To set up a campaign directly in Bing Ads, you'd log in and click on the Campaigns tab. And once you're in the Campaigns tab, scroll down to where it says Create Campaign and select that. This will open up a wizard, and we're going to walk through this wizard now. The first option that we'll select is Visits to my website, although you will notice there are other options too depending on what you'd like to do. So select Visits to my website, and now we start by giving the campaign a name. So I'll just give it an abbreviation here. Now you'll enter a daily budget. Let's imagine this will be $100 per day. And also we're going to select a language. So if it's English, that'll be the standard option, but it could be any other language that's available from the list. Now under location, we're going to specify where the ad will show. So you can select an entire country, just a city, or a few countries and cities, as you wish from the list here. And under who, this is a very crucial setting. You need to specify whether it's somebody that is available in your location or people who might be outside your location that conducts a search about your location. A real estate agent who receives foreign buyers searching from other countries would probably select the second option here, but a local restaurant who could certainly want to restrict it to the first option, they will focus on people in our targeted location so that they do not deplete their budget very quickly. Once you've set this, you can hit Save and Go, and this will take us to the next step. So now you will enter your landing page and just give an ad group name for now. So I would use a similar abbreviation here. And notice once you've done this, Bing Ads will already bring up a list of suggested keywords. We could ignore this for now. Below here is where you would enter a few seed keywords for further recommendations. So let's do that. I'm just going to enter 1 or 2 keywords. Now if you look towards the right, a few recommended keywords will appear. And notice that each keyword comes with a volume and a cost per click estimate, which is how much Bing recommends that you bid on each. So you can always add keywords at a later stage by using some more advanced tools. For now, we're going to scroll down and we're going to click on Save and go to the next step without actually selecting any of these right now. Now this is the part where you create ads and add extensions to deeper areas of your website. So let's click on Create Ad. So now it opens up, and this is what I would call the copywriter's canvas. Assuming that your ad copy is ready, you can just go ahead and enter the ad copy right now. So here you can select text ad or expanded text ad. If you'd like to enter a few more characters than what is usually permitted, then you would select expanded text ad. Now you would enter the landing page URL. In title part 1, this is where you would enter a very catchy headline, which is the first part of your ad. And in title part 2, you would enter a continuation of that. Path you can leave blank, or you can add any special URL name should that be required. And now in the ad text, you've got 80 characters, which is effectively your ad copy. So I'm just going to enter anything here for now. Now if you have a different landing page for mobiles, you'll enter that over there. Otherwise, if it is a responsive website and there's no difference, then you would just leave that blank. And then you would click on Save. Now let's scroll down and look at ad extensions. A few useful ones that I'm going to run you through would be perhaps a location extension. So you can use that if you'd like to direct the user to an in-store location. You can also use an app extension, which would be great if you'd like a click-to-call option for people to install your app. And then perhaps also a review page that will contain some special proof which is linked to one of these extensions, is quite useful. In the Bing Ads Essential Training course, you're going to learn some in-depth tips on ad extensions. So for now, we're going to scroll down and we're not going to use any of these options right now. We're just going to click on Save and go to the next step. Now in this final step, this is where we set our cost per click and our final budget settings with some more advanced settings. So we go over it and we make sure that we're happy with the information we've set so far. In bid strategy, you want to make sure that you select a manual CPC, because else, if you select it automated, then you will enable Bing to automatically increase your CPCs based on what other people do in the market. And if we scroll down, below here you can set your overall bid for the keyword groups. Again, this is something that you can always change afterwards using some of the more advanced editing tools that's available in Bing. Now, there's a setting called Advanced Campaign Settings that you definitely want to expand and take a closer look at. Some of these settings are fairly crucial. So, locations, we've already set that when we started out. You can certainly add or remove a location here, or you can even apply a bid adjustment if you feel that you ought to pay more for certain locations that are more valuable to you. Under Ad Schedule, you'd enter a start and an end date, otherwise the campaign would just be running indefinitely. So you would click on End By and make sure that it ends at a particular date. Notice that you can also pause your campaign during certain times, or you can add bid adjustments for other times of the day or the week that you feel are particularly busy and are opportune moments. Let's expand device, and you can adjust the bid individually for 3 device categories, being desktop, tablet, or smartphone. And this is something that we again discuss later in the course, because it all depends on your business type. Finally, if we select Ad Distribution, and I would certainly advise that you do that as well, take a look at the options that we've got here. Here we can tell Bing if you only want the ad to be triggered by searches, in which case you're going to deselect the last option here that's called Content Network. If you're happy to show your ads to people who are not searching but are reading related content, then of course you can leave this option to be ticked. You can also choose if you want to only target Bing and its search partners, AOL and Yahoo, or if you're also happy to target other syndicated sites that are not named expressly here. Finally, if you're happy with all of this, you can click on Save, and the campaign will now be added to your list of campaigns. So if I scroll down, here you can see the campaign has now been added. These were only the first steps. Remember, campaign optimization is an ongoing task, although building campaigns based on good research is always better than doing it retrospectively.